I want to make something. Anything, really. I've said this to myself time and time again. It's been eating me up inside. You know the feeling where you want to make something, but there are so many distractions, be it school, life, the internet, and even yourself holding you back, stopping you for no reason at all. I just want to be creative again. People create such amazing things, and I love looking at whatever people create, be it art, music, stories, their games, YouTube videos, you name it. But if that's the case, then what's stopping me? We have all the resources we need, and if you search online, you get hundreds of videos explaining exactly what you need to do, or how to learn a specific craft. Even videos that teach you how to learn new things, or just to inspire you to create. But even when given all the opportunity to create things, I still find reasons to stop myself. Also, you may be thinking, haven't I made things before? Well, of course I have. When I was a kid, I played a lot of Minecraft on the PS4 and watched a lot of Minecraft videos. I loved seeing the minigames people played, popular MMOs, their challenge games, and especially Stampy's Lovely World. So, I made my own minigames. Although, when I say that I made them, it's more so that I was inspired by them. You know, where I copy everything about the games, from every rule to every block, with a few changes to add my style into it. And I played these minigames with a bunch of my friends whenever they came over, and we'd have so much fun. And I loved the fact that we were playing something that I built and spent hours on, and we're actually enjoying ourselves. And I fondly remember the times where I would write down stories and doodle characters on pieces of paper, then staple them together to form a little comic book. Sadly, I don't have them anymore, but those were good times. So going back to what I said, wasn't that something? Well, what constitutes as making something differs from person to person. Some may say that writing essays for school counts as making something, as they put effort into thinking up the words and typing them in such a way that accurately reflects their personality and what they want to convey. But for me personally, the problem is that most of the things that I create end up being a copy of the things that I enjoy the most, like those maps or the stories that I come up with. And you might say that it's okay to be inspired, that there is no such thing as a new idea, just a mix of old existing ideas you've seen before. But to me, I compared the things that I make to my favorite pieces of media, which is weird, because these things that I enjoy consuming are usually more rudimentary, maybe even crude at times. Just passionate people sharing what they made or what they are thinking of about that day. On the surface, these things aren't remarkable. They're not new or unique, but to me, these things are special. I put them on a pedestal, and at the back of my mind, there is a certain feeling telling me that I'll never be able to create something like that. On another note, there is also the innate feeling of perfectionism, where I am not a child anymore, so the things that I do need to be perfect. They need to mean something and be of a quality that others will be able to enjoy. And even if all you want is to make something passable, it will never be good enough for you, because the times now are different, and people have seen good things, and the bar to make something even decent gets pushed higher and higher. You end up learning new skills and tips and tricks to catch on with the times. You become an endless student, watching tutorial after tutorial, watching video after video, consuming to hopefully come up with an idea that has never been done before, that would blow people away to Kingdom Come. And you know how important first impressions are, so you don't publish anything or show anyone the progress you made because it isn't good enough. And because it's been so long since you last made something, when you put pen to paper, or stroke the keys of your keyboard, or place the block in your world, that you start to forget. Forget how it feels to make something, to share something. And given a long enough time, with life getting in the way, you end up forgetting how to create things altogether. And after all that, you end up back where you began, with the odds stacked against you, when all you really wanted to do was to just make something, anything. But despite everything, this feeling of wanting to make something grew stronger as time passed by, to the point where you just can't lay there and give up living a life of monotony. After some reflection, I realized that the answer was so simple all along. You don't need some grand reason to create something. You just do, for the sake of doing it. And it seems so anticlimactic for this to be my answer after going through all that trouble. And you would be right. Some people don't have this problem at all, and more power to them, of course. But if you're a lot like me, and you're struggling to make something because of the reasons mentioned above, I will tell you this. Whatever your reason may be, create something is to struggle, to have fun, and to feel uncomfortable. When you're finally done, expect people to react in widely different ways. Some will genuinely praise you, some will criticize you, and some may react with sarcasm or doubt. The most important thing is, it will mean something to someone, and it will mean something to you. Thank you for listening to something I made. I'll be honest, this is more for me than it is for you. But if you got something out of it, then I'm glad. And I'm happy it means something to you too. Whatever that may be.